Hey, Jonathan Stoiano here. I just want to try and give some messages out, some help, some support to my community, to my colleagues. I think, I don't think I know it's a challenging time for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you do. This is unprecedented and history is being made right now. And there will be some of us who are working in the NHS on the front line, making a difference, making changes. And then there are others of us, like myself. I'm a plastic surgeon. My skills are not needed so much on the front line because obviously this is mainly ventilators, intensive care. I am aware that I will probably be needed. I've been contacted by the private hospitals, which are going to become, or at least the local ones here are going to become like NHS hospitals. So they want the people who work in the private hospitals without an NHS contract to work there. So I will be needed. But there is times at the moment where some of us will be self-isolating, will be at home and will be feeling pretty low and dejected, particularly if your revenue has been cut down or cut off, as is the case for people like myself who only do private practice. But I think now is the time that we've got to not just stop. Don't just shut down. Don't just think, okay, the shop's shut, we just got to wait for it to open again. There's really a time for action, and you've got to stay busy. I'm really trying to stay busy. I'm trying to schedule my days and staying busy. And the message I want to give with this video is there is stuff that you can do. It may not be revenue generating tasks, okay? You may not be paid for it. Accept that. Your revenue is going to drop. Most of us earn revenue by doing the thing that we do, and we're not able to do the thing that we do, at least in the private sector we're not. But there is value that we can give, and there is support we can give to patients. And first of all, we've all got one of these. You may not have it as quite as high tech as mine, but we've all got phones. So get on your phone and phone up your patients, see how they're getting on. You've got nothing else to do. Give them a ring. Someone who had a surgery last week, last month, last year, just touch base with them, check they're okay. Let them know that you're around. Let them know that you're well and you're not able perhaps to see them in the clinic, but you're around and just checking everything's okay. And I think we all have to offer virtual consultations. I mean, get on it now. Let's just face it, that's going to happen. And I think that's probably going to be something that's going to carry on into the future. So the sooner you start, the better. And it's not a big deal, okay? It can just be simply a case of a phone consultation. It can be simply a case of just changing wording on your website. Please, God, tell me you've got a website. Wording on your website in the contact me form, say, look, I offer virtual consultations, click here, and basically you just arrange a time to call them. But I think in the longer term, we need to be looking at things like video consultations, again, Zoom, WebEx, Skype, I don't know, whatever. There's lots of formats, lots of platforms you can do it on. It is not difficult, and I think we need to be looking at that. And we need to be looking at online booking that they can book a slot online in our diary. And let's face it, we've got clear slots in our diary. You could free up an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe even a day, a week for online virtual consultations. Get onto that now. So I want to encourage you, if you're on the front line, if you're working in the NHS, thank you. Carry on. Ignore everything I've said in this video because you are needed there. And we should all make ourselves available for that. But if you are not, if you're self-isolating at home, if you find that your workload has gone down, still do something. There is something you can do. On a very basic level, you can just start phoning up your patients and checking they're all right. And I think you really need to look at setting up online booking of virtual consultations. To start off with, that can be on the phone, and you can sort that out today. Just let people know. And then secondly, we need to look at virtual consultations and video chats, slide shares, and what have you, and a bit more value, even more value we can give to patients. It's not difficult, and the sooner you start, the better, because I tell you now, if you don't start today, you'll be doing it next week or next month or at some point, because it will be an essential part of, I think, all of our practices. So get onto it right now, today if possible.